I was talking about break and continue. I already established the fact that break is used to stop a program entirely if you don't want it to continue anymore. Then continue is used to skip current iteration. So maybe you are looping between 1 and 5 now, and you want to skip 3. You make use of continue. So let's look at this example on our VS Code. Let's look at this example on our VS Code. You still remember our for loop now. Your variable in a declaration, then your condition, then your increment, increment, right? Then we are now checking if I is equal to 3, console.log skipping 3, then you continue. I seen it. So this tells you that when I get to 3, when I get to 3, skip 3, then continue to what? To 5. So you will now be counting 1, 2. So instead of 3 now, you skip it. You get 4, I get 5. I want to ask you a question. Why is it that it starts with 1? Why the counting starts with 1? Or why the iteration starts with 1? Why? Who knows the answer? Hello? Are you still here?
Yeah, we're still here.
So tell me why? Why is it starting with 1?
Let me just be honest. I don't know because I've not been watching the JavaScript videos. I'll catch up with you guys.
Please, how far? Why is it starting with 1? Why not 0? Why not 2? Why not -1? Please, are you still with us?
Like the network is not.
The network is bad.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. So it is starting with 1 because our initial value is what? Is 1. See, this is your variable declaration and your initial value is what? Is 1. So when you start, and that tells you that 1 equal to what? 1 equal to I, and you are now checking for condition that 1 must be less than or equal to 5. If 1 is less than or equal to 5, then increase it. Looping, that's looping. You are increasing it by 1. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. That's why you are seeing plus here. You understand? You are adding 1 to each of them. So the initial value is 1. So by that you add 1 to it, it will now become 2. That's how you now get 2. You add another 1 to it, 3. But now this condition now stand that if I, or when I is 3, skip it, continue to the next one. Do you get? So that's why it skip 3 here, then continue to what? To 4, to 5. So assuming here now is 0, what you now get is 0, 1, 2, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 4, 5. That's what you will get. Zero, 1, 2, skipping 3. I seen it, skip 3, then move to 4, move to 5. So that's the importance of using continue. Importance of using continue. But if it is for break now, when we use perfect example is when we use our this thing, when we did our switch. So when you check for the condition, this is the condition, and this is what you are checking the condition against. So if what you are checking now tally with the number of the day, it will stop there, that it will stop there, it will break. So assuming you are checking for Monday now, it will check case Wednesday, the answer is not Wednesday, it will move on to the next one. Case Friday, the answer is not Friday, it will move on to the next one. Case Monday, since what you are checking for is Monday, it will do what? It will now break, it will stop. That's the essence of break and continue. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So we are done with conditional, or we are done with control flow, which is conditional and looping. Now we are moving to function scope and closures. Function scope and closures. So functions. So first thing first, we have to know that we have function declaration and function expression. One, function declaration and what? Function expression. They are two different things. Function declaration, do you understand what I mean by function? Who understand what I mean by function? Please, let me disturb you on WhatsApp. You are doing as if. Peace o. You don't want to answer me. Okay, no problem. Peace. Alright, let's continue. um So function, okay, assignment. I will not say it. That's assignment.
Which assignment?
The assignment is, what is the function? What is the function? Let me know what is the function. Drop it on the group chat later this evening.
Okay.
Later this evening, drop it on the group chat later this evening. So function declaration, a function declaration defines a function with a name and can be used before it is defined.
Well, wait, so abeg no vex. That this assignment you gave now is to be submitted when?
This evening,
Well, it's not just to define it.
yes, just define it.
Uh-huh. Function and normal, like when something is depending on the other one now. Just like if they say x is a function of y, engineering terms, so x is a function of y, it means x is depending on y. Yeah, no. So
No, we are
that's
not
what
doing
it
engine
is.
items here.
Yeah.
We are not doing engine items here. When you want to search for
No,
it, search that function in JavaScript. Search it like
okay,
that. Function in
okay.
JavaScript. But let me just no, I'm not telling you. Go and look for it. So after you have looked for it now, you will now understand this thing that I'm trying to explain. Go and look for it now. Just go and look for it now and tell
Like
me.
now.
Uh, why you know with your laptop? You can Google it now.
My phone, but I can use the phone too.
Is it?
I'm using the phone, but I can still do it with the phone.
Yeah, now do it. Let me function in JavaScript. Google it like that.
That's JavaScript. Okay. So in JavaScript, a function is a reusable block of code designed to perform a specific task.
Exactly. It is what? Reusable block of code designed
Yeah, this
to perform a specific task. So your laptop now is performing a specific task. Your phone is performing a specific task. Your fan, your AC is performing a specific task. That's a function.
yeah,
Do you understand? Now,
yeah,
coming back to function declaration. A function declaration defines a function with a name. Define a function with a name and can be used before it is defined in the code. Define a function with a name and can be used before it is defined in a code. So it's telling you that you can actually define a function somewhere, then use it later in another place.
okay,
Do you understand? Now definition: a function declaration is a name function created using the function keyword. A function declaration is a name function named function, so you have to name the function. So for example now, maybe you know that your the function of your fan is to blow air or to give ventilation. You can give it a name of, okay, ventilation function. Do you understand?
yeah, yeah.
So example, and is, look at it again. A function declaration is a named function created using the function keyword. So in JavaScript, you must have a function keyword when you are writing your function. You must have a function keyword that you must have a function keyword when you are writing your function. So for example now, you want to write, a function, right? This is the perfect way of writing your function. So function keyword come first, then the name of the function, then the params. This param means parameter. It means
Okay,
parameters. Do you understand? Then
yeah,
the block of code will now be inside this. Here now will now be block of code. Block of code to perform the function. You get? Function. So a function declaration is named function. So I've shown you how to write your function, right? Now let's say we want our function to return. Okay, before that, right? Before that, let me quickly tell you this. Function have two important things. One of them is function have the ability to receive something, and you also have the ability to give out something. Do you understand? It have the ability to receive something. It also have the ability to give out something. So your laptop, for example now, or your computer is an electronic device that receive information, process it and do what, and give it out as a finished product, or give it out as a data. Data is a finished product of information. Do you get? So your function receive something, or function can receive anything, but one of them is parameter. function receive a parameter and it return an output. Do you understand? So for your function to return, for your function to have a parameter or to receive a parameter, your parameter will be inside this bracket here, immediately after the name of the function. Immediately after the name of the function. So that's the parameter. After receiving the parameters, it can now return output. So we want to return hello world. We want to return hello world. We want to return hello world. Now after returning the hello world, we want to now output it on the browser. We want to output it on the browser. So what next to do is, the next thing to do is now say console.log the name of the function. Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Console.log, then the name of the function. So the name of the function for here is what? Is name, right? Then when we now open it on the browser, let's see what it will give to us. Hello world. Are you getting it? So this name here can be anything. It can be greet. It can be Bernard. It can be Fejiro. It can be fan. So here will not be fan. So when you output it, you will get giving a. You understand? So that's function declaration. Function declaration. Function declaration. Now, the most important thing you have to know here is that one, function always have this character. Most of the function always have this character. It is hosted. Hosted means it can be called before it appears. It can be called before it appears. That means you can call this function at this top here before you write this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can call it at the top before you write the function, or yeah, before you write the function. So if we output it, still give us what? Still give us the same thing, giving a. So that's hosted. That's hosted. It's very important. You have to know this. Very, very important. As a name, function must always have a name. Function must always has a name. It must always has a name. Common for general purpose function. Can be used for general purpose function because there are some other type of function too. But this function that we are looking at is very important. Now we now have function expression. Function expression. A function expression assign. Please can you mute yourself?
Okay.
Thank you. Good evening, sir. So a function expression assign a function to a variable. It assign a function to a variable. Look at function expression. This is a function expression. This is function expression. Now, oh sorry, this is a function. I mean to say this is a function. Now function expression is when you now assign this function. Now you will now attach it to a variable. Remember variable now, our first class, our first javascript class, variable declaration, how to write a variable, data types, all those kind of stuff. So now we want to attach this function to that variable, all those variables that we have talked about. A function expression assign a function to a variable. It cannot be used before it is defined. It cannot be used before what? Before it is defined. You know, initially when we are doing this, we say it can be used before it is the what, it can be called before it is defined, right? It can be called before it is defined. But but now that we want to do function expression now, right, it cannot be called before it is defined. Cannot be called before it is defined, because we want to attach it to what, we want to attach it to we want to attach it to a variable. And we already know that we have variable declaration such as let, I'm taking you back to what we have looked at to. We have let, constant, and var, right? Yeah, so that's it. So for you to initialize a variable now, you have to give it a variable declaration, which is let name equal to Bernard. That's variable initiation. Initializing, you have initialized this variable called name now, which is you have given it a value. You give it a value, you give name a value of what, Bernard. Do you understand? Now coming to our function expression, coming back to our function expression, it will now look like this. It will look like this. Constant greet. Remember our variable declaration now. Constant greet. Then function. The function keyword is still there. Then where to put the parameters. Then what it will return. Now if we call this function now, it will do what? It will work, because we call it after we declare the what? We declare the function. But what can you see? There's difference between this and this. They are different. The difference is that if you look at this one very well, you see that before the bracket there's a name. There's a name. But this other part, before the brackets, there's nothing. Like we don't have anything there. Do you understand? Now says that we have pushed what's supposed to be here back to this side. We push it back to this side so that we can do what? We can add a variable to it. We can add a variable declaration to it. Do you get? So this is a variable, this is a function declaration. You have constant greet. It might not be constant greet always, so it can be let greet, or let's say let name equal to function, then parameter, then function, the block of code that you want to run. Do you understand? Return hello world. Return hello world, right? Then yeah, then you can now come down here and call the name of the function. And if you notice, when we are calling it, we are still using our name, then the opening bracket, which is still the same thing with what we did here. Still the same thing. Are you seeing it? Still the same thing. So if I open this now, yes, all right, I will look. So if I open this, hello world, hello, are you seeing it? Hello world, which is the first one, then hello, which is this other one. So that's function expression. Then now, not hosted, it doesn't support calling the function first before you define it, which is hosting. It does not support it. Can be anonymous sometimes. Then it's often used for callback and model code. Model code, which is what people write now, that's the perfect way of writing it. Perfect way of writing function, not the first one that I did. That first one, people don't use it that much anymore. But the second one that I did, which is the one that did not support hosting and be hosted, that's what people are using now. So if you do this, if you do this, you get an error because you call the function first before the function declaration or before this function expression. Do you understand? Parameters and return values. I told you that function always accept something and give out another thing, which is they accept parameters and they return a value. So what is a parameter? Parameters are variables listed in a function definition. They are variables listed in a function definition. They act as a placeholder for values. They act as what? As a placeholder for values. So for example, we have function add a and b. This is what? This is the placeholder, or this is a parameter. You can call it a placeholder or you can call it a parameter. Then now what? Return a plus b, which is the value. A plus b are what? Are parameters. Please hold on for me. All right, thank you. So argument are the actual values passed to the function. They are the actual value passed to the function. So maybe you write function add a and b now, then return a and b in your code, in your function normally. Then this a now represent 3, b what represent 5. So when you do this return a plus b, what you are actually doing is that you are actually doing add 3 plus a, and it's when you are calling a and b. Remember this thing now that we did here, greet, then our opening bracket, which is this. Let's say a b is here now. Then you now return a plus b, right? Then you now call here now, you now say 3 plus 5. So let's see what will happen. Are you seeing it? 8. That's 3 plus 5. So that's what they are trying to explain in that place. So we have, these are the what? These are the parameters. These are the return values, right? And this is the output, but this is the value. I know from our knowledge of variables and values, when you declare a variable you attach a value to it, right? So that's what it simply means here. This tell you that this is a variable that represent 3 and this is a variable that represent 5. So when you do return a plus b, you are automatically saying return 3 plus 5. Do you get? Do you understand? So that's it for function. That's parameters and arguments. Return values. A return value is what a function sent back when it's finished running. When it's finished running. When it's finished running. Do you get? If there's no return, the function returns undefined. Undefined. So if there's nothing here, that means it will return what? Undefined. So let's say we remove this one now. On what? Undefined. How we are seeing it? Alright. Even though pasting the answer us again. Alright. So on your own time you have to study. You have to know that function is like a machine. If a feeding machine, I don't actually know what a feeding machine is, but you can google it. That is receive a parameters which is just like a slot. Argument coin you put in, then return value slash you get out. So it's just like maybe an oven now, oven for baking cake. Slot, that place that you put your beans, your meat pie, your cake, all those kind of stuff. Then the coin now is the argument is now the value that you put in. The what you have what you have already prepared to put into the oven is your argument. Then return value is what you get back after everything, after you have eat your oven and your oven have eaten your cake. So the output, the finished product is the return value. Do you understand? So I think that's where we'll stop today. Then we'll continue on Friday. Tomorrow evening. Yeah. I hope you understand everything I have explained. And for those that have not watched the video, please, those videos I just see 0, 1. But I need to watch you. Better watch you, because that's why it is there. It's not just there for fancy. It's not there for every other person. It's there for you that you paid for this class. Do you get? So try to watch those videos. They are very important.